Hello, Potato. This is Quarantine Log 23, and today is April the 15th. And yes, this is the same thing we looked at yesterday, but now it's put together a little more correctly from what I'm able to find on the internet. As I think I included yesterday's information in text, in yesterday's video rather, the set's actually called Duloc Dungeon. And interesting thing, the McFarlane Toys website still lists like all the McFarlane toys they've ever made. They still show the entire line of Shrek 2001 toys, which is how I found the name of this fairly easily. But aside from this part being animated, this is actually supposed to make noise. I wonder if he spits. This feels like it's supposed to be like I didn't look that part up, but this, I know there's a part in the movie where he spits on Farquaad's face, and looking at the mouth now, I'm wondering if I'm meant to put water in this. I'm not going to. But another thing it's supposed to do is it's supposed to make noise. And of course, being 20 years old, the batteries are long dead. I tried putting some new ones in it, but it doesn't really do anything still. Yeah, that's it. A little squawk. Unless, like, the new batteries I'm putting in are also, not good. But, yeah, at least you can see now what it looks like when it's put together properly and the chains are all through the right holes. And, yeah, I posted pictures of that on the Instagram yesterday, but I know a lot of people don't follow me there. So there you go. So I'm going to pause, clear this out of the way, because I'm taking the batteries back out of it. I'm guessing batteries being in there for 20 years probably is part of why it isn't working anymore. And then we'll move on to today's items. All right, now that that's out of the way, it looks like we got a couple more things out of the bin today. 2 or 3 things. I realized also why I should probably zoom back out for this. Or up, rather. There we go. I realized while I was editing, I didn't put it in text, the reason I have the Clifford thing is probably because, less so now, but at the time especially, I was collecting keychains, and I'm wondering if this was maybe zeroed out. Every so often, items would get marked down to 0 if they've been around for too long, and how long have this originally been around? Because it's got the original tag. Well, it looks like just since 01. See, I don't know. I mean, those Hot Wheels are from around 2004, so I'm going to guess that's about when that stuff got boxed up. All right. We've got another Yano cartridge, this time Bunny or Not. Yep. I did play with Yano when I got him, because I think he got clearance down to a really low price. And I did pick him up, or my wife did, with like all of the available software that we had for him, because it must have been fairly cheap. All right, what we got next? We got an old Walmart bag with, more Shrek stuff. This one appears to have a couple different figures in it. We've got Donkey. Does his mouth open? His mouth looks like it should. Oh, it does. Oh, is there action? Is there a button somewhere? You feel spring. Oh, there we go. Hello there. I'm Donkey. I'm proud to meet you. And I'm horribly out of focus. I am making waffles. I like the detail work in the old McFarlane stuff. Again, not much in the way of posability. But they looked fairly nice. Oh, can't turn him that way because he makes him too heavy. Let's try him this way. There we go. What else is in here? We've got the Lord Farquaad mascot figure from the movie. I want to say there was something about, like, that's the director's head or something, or maybe it was like certain versions of it, which this probably isn't. Oh, the paint's coming off of his nose. Well, that got transferred off something else. That's disappointing. He doesn't stand up. He must have had a stand. Oh, here we go. We got Lord Farquaad himself with his boots to make him taller. Does he come out of these? It looks like he does. But after 20 years, that may not be a great idea. Does he stand up? No, he doesn't. Oh, there we go. Oh, some of this is probably stands for him then. because I have a couple different stands in here. And an old-timey Walmart bag from 20 years ago. Roll back to save you more. Well, that's debatable. All right, let's see if we can't remember how to put this together. See, I think this must be donkeys. I wonder if this is supposed to be a stand for Farquaad. Alright, so you go on like this, it looks like. I don't have a lot of good luck with stands, do I? There we go. That'll do us. There's our talking donkey. And our big tall Farquaad, who unfortunately doesn't seem to have a base. So he'll just kind of lean on the donkey here. Is there a way to stand him up better? So McFarlane's always had like rubbery plastic, but no posability. He really needs to stand. All right. So, and this one forms like a ride queue because there's that part where he sees Shrek and goes running back and forth through the queue in terror before running to like a post or something and knocking himself out. That doesn't seem right. That definitely isn't right. All right. All right, so you go like this. Maybe. No, you don't fit on there. If I put this together backwards? Maybe I put this together backwards. I think I put this together backwards. Oh look, the little number on the sign actually is a loose separate piece. It wobbles. There we go. There's our Lord Farquaad mascot from the land of Duloc. All right, what else we got? Something maybe not Shrek this time. Oh, I don't know what this is, but it's big. Oh, it's another Shrek thing. I think it's Dragon. Is this going to be an all Shrek video? See, well, somebody argue that putting them in like shopping bags is not the best way to keep them from getting broken, which it looks like this one might be. It does keep all the pieces together. Oh, looks like maybe that pops up. Is there something else in here? Nope. All right. Yeah, that should hopefully just pop back into place. Because their leg's off. And it might have been off in the box when it came, because I think this is one of the rarer figures from the series. Hold on. I gotta do this in front of me. I can't do it on camera. There we go. There we go. She's got her chandelier around her neck from when Shrek dropped it on her. Now, how old is she? Does she stand up? Oh, I guess the tail is what helps to hold her up, huh? No. There we go. There's Dragon. Let's get a better look at her. Again, the thing with old McFarlane stuff is just the amount of detail that work onto these. It's more common nowadays. You see a lot more toy companies doing this kind of level of work than you did back then. But back then, it was really uncommon to see so much care put into detail on a toy. All right, let's put her back with Donkey, since they are life mates. There you go. She's looking tenderly at him. All right, here we go. Found some Lego. Oh, but it is not in good shape. There's a few sets in here. Got the A-Wing, or at least most of it. Got bits of a pod racer. Got a sand speeder. Speeder bikes. You know what? I'm going to do a cut here and try to see if I can't actually assemble these properly. All right, everything in that bag is now put back together. There was stuff from like 5 different sets in here. And for some reason, a little army man. Don't know why. We'll put you up there on the shelf, little army man. All right, so a couple of these, I think, this one for certain is one of the actual original Star Wars Lego sets that came out in 99? And they have since released larger and much better versions of it. In fact, I think I have a better version of it in the old Mos Eisley Cantina set, which I found I have and have never put together. Oops. That came with Luke and Obi-Wan, and I thought it came with droids, and it's possible because some things have been separated. Like, for example, the A-Wing here, which I don't know the set number of. Actually, I do. It's 7134. But it's supposed to come with a little maintenance guy, and he is not in this bag. He's somewhere, I'm sure. But again, very simplistic compared to the new versions. But yep, all the bits are there. Only one of these sets is actually missing a piece at this point, and it's probably in another bag. Then we have speeder bikes. I have like 3 different incarnations of speeder bikes. I'm gonna guess these are the oldest of them, because these are the ones I think that came with Endor Luke here. And I don't know if the greenery here came with that or not, or if that came in a different set. I can't seem to find that specific set in any of the instruction books I happen to have here. Thankfully, I was able to find some of the set numbers because, in particular, this one here, yeah, I had to look that one up because there's a lot to those. And sadly, this is the only one that's missing a piece. There's supposed to be one of these on this side as well. And yeah, it's missing. It's not in the bag, I double checked. This is Gascano's pod racer. Can I zoom out? Nope, that's as far as it goes. Go. Yep, this came in a 3-pack along with Sebulba and Anakin, and they're hopefully in this box as well. And again, they've re-released them. I think they re-released Anakin's Pod Racer as part of the 20th anniversary sets last year. They released an updated version of it. Yep, these were actually pretty impressive. I mean, obviously you have this big structure to hold it all together because otherwise they would just kind of flop around on the floor. They wouldn't hold shape and they wouldn't be playable. But yeah, that's Gasgano because Sebulba was the one with the weird foot. And of course Anakin's Anakin. And then this is one I actually mentioned, I think in the Lego catalog video, was the original AT-ST. Yep. Look at this dinky little thing. And then look at the version from The Mandalorian. Yep. Much more detail in the new version, huh? One interesting thing, though, on this older version, zoom out a little bit, is there's actually a little bit of like an attempt to make it walk. It doesn't work very well. Oops, sorry, Chewie. But these actually slide back and forth to kind of make it walk a little bit. But not super well. And it is a lot more posable than the newer one. I will give it that. But yeah, that's like, of course, that one also cost probably like $15 or $12, as where the Mandalorian AT-ST Raider costs like $70. Yep, those all restored back to their original former glory. And I'll do close-up pictures of each of these again to put up on the Void of Intelligence Instagram and Facebook page. So if you want to get like better looks at them than I am giving you here. But we're going to do one more thing today. There's a bunch of stuff down here. Let's see what else we got. We have the box that the Ordinator figurine for Morrowind came in. Guess that makes sense. The poster was in this box. The actual figurine's not in there. That figurine's actually up on a shelf. Got a bunch of, what are these, Happy Meal toys? I'm not going to bother with these. These appear to, I don't know if somebody gave these to me. These are clearly from like a little kid set. I think these might be all Happy Meal toys. These might be all Happy Meal Lego sets. They look at the kind they used to do back then. Back when Lego sets from Happy Meals actually had Lego in them, as opposed to having figurines that looked like minifigures, but weren't. What we got down here? I've got a BattleBot. I used to like the BattleBots. Does this do anything? Seems like oh, there we go. The sides do spin, sort of. I think these are the ones you were meant to like rev up and then like ram into each other. Let's if I can get to work. But the gag on them was that when they hit, they would like blow apart. So you'd see who won and who lost. Like that. Yep, I liked BattleBots back in this original incarnation. I didn't watch the Sci-Fi Channel version or Discovery Channel version a few years ago when it came back. But I did watch the old original Comedy Central version. Alright, let's do one more item today. One more big thing. There's a bunch of bags in here. It's a bunch of Lego. Let's do this big one, because I think we have here the Millennium Falcon in an old supermarket bag. RN Supermarket. I have no idea. I don't know that I've ever been to an RN Supermarket. The locations they listed, or at least locations that existed 20 years ago, aren't places I lived. Oh, I'm going to probably have to pause this again to find instructions, because this has fallen to absolute bits. And like I think I mentioned before, I don't recall this being a particularly sturdy set to begin with. Yeah, 20 years in a closet hasn't done it any favors. So I'm going to see. Thankfully, you know what? Thankfully, the Lego website has all the instructions for these on them still. Because that's how I was able to put together Gasgano's Racer there. Because yeah, I probably have the instructions to that somewhere, but I don't know where. So yep, let's do another jump. Oh, there's Han. Nope, that's Chewie. Not Han. Let's do another jump, and we will skip ahead to this being put together as best it can be. Dun 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 dun. Yep, there it is. It's put together. That was so much work. I really, literally had to put together 50% of this kit again. Had to tear a lot of it apart and put it back together. But there it is. Every piece accounted for. And yep, it is every bit as delicate and spindly as I remember. But at the time, for 2001, I think this one came out in. 2001, 2002, 2000 actually, I think. Would have been 2000. I mean, it was very detailed. It was probably the crown jewel of Star Wars Lego sets at that time. And there's a lot of detail work that's missing from some of the other sets in that period. You know, we have our aimable cannon and our radar dish, and this is funny. This doesn't actually open. There's no flap. Oh, is this even on camera? Yeah. There's no hinge on this to open up and change out the character in there, which is why I'm not taking Chewbacca out, because it would require taking that. That's actually one of the few parts that didn't need to be rebuilt. It just needed to be plugged right back into the side where it belonged. But now let's deal with the part that I had issues with it at the time, and I didn't get had issues with now, which is the top. So this just is supposed to pop right off. I think you're supposed to flip those up so you can reach under, and all right, it came off, and it came off in one piece. So that's nice. One thing to notice, so, to get more of the slope of things that Lego didn't really allow for at the point, these pieces here are hinged so they can lay a little flatter. But once we get it open, we can see inside the level of detail at that was available at the time. We have our smuggled goods compartment there. And then these are also compartments. This is to store some of the pieces in. This is supposed to have a blaster in here. And there's meant to be a tool that goes in here, but it's actually in C-3PO's hands. Because as you can see back here, he is working on repairing something in the ship with R2-D2's help. For the time, this came with a number of minifigures, a lot. Got Luke, and the leg just fell off. You have Luke, you have Leia, and the leg just fell off. I should probably stop handling this. Alright, there you go, back together. I'm not going to tip it around anymore. I know, I'll move the camera instead. So, hold on to your lunch. Okay. So yeah, we have Luke and Leia, we have the little 3D chessboard. Got Han. Now, at the risk of sound like I don't know anything about Star Wars, I don't know what this is. I don't remember this in the movie. It appears to be some sort of an escape pod, because this part here comes down. If you can get your finger, I'll just push it. There we go. And then I guess this is meant to slide out, but I don't remember that in my Millennium Falcon toy as a kid with the action figures, and I don't remember it in the movies. So I mean, if somebody remembers what that is, other than just them trying to put some sort of little extra play functionality into this, please let me know. And then on this side, we have the actual little walkway that comes down, like in the movie. You know, kind of after just rebuilding this thing, I kind of want to get one of the newer versions of this to put together just to see how they stack up to each other as far as like stability and detail, because stability was a huge issue, especially trying to get that top piece together. Here we go. This all here, this was a pain. I also kind of want to find some place to put this in the void space so I don't have to ever put it together again. But I don't know. I might... Actually, I do think I see a spot way up towards the ceiling I could put it in. But that's not really your concern. That's my concern. But there it is. There's today. Took me like 2 or 3 hours to do all this. I'm hoping this cuts down to about 15 minutes of video. Yep, there's today's items. Star Wars Lego and Shrek. And I don't know about tomorrow. I still don't know about tomorrow yet. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So again, I'm going to put some better shots of these things up on the Instagram at Void of Intelligence and on the Void of Intelligence Facebook page, just so you can see them a little better than I think you can in the video. And that's going to wrap it up for today. So please remember to wash your hands properly, cough into your elbow, practice your safe social distancing, and stay healthy so that I can see you in the next video.